Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here. I'm welcome you all to my channel and this video, the most powerful charting scanners for intraday breakout. So by using a trading view indicator, so we have already created the scanner and customized indicator on trading view. So based on that, we are planning breakout opportunity so by using an ADR indicator. So already we made a lot of videos and how many scanners and how many types which we have created and that we are going to discuss and how to use it. And this may be a video if you are using my ADR scanner that will clearly define you how you can use that ADR scanner for a better opportunity in intraday. So first of all, this ADR scanner is based on trading view indicator. So in this indicator, so we are calculating 10 days average daily range along with 5 days average daily range. So we are calculating both higher level as well as the lower level. After calculating this level, so it will be automatically plotted on this particular chart. Okay, so the levels which shown on the top side, it's ADR 5 and 10. Sometimes ADR 5 should be higher or sometimes ADR 10 should be higher. So we are not considering that. So whichever is higher, so we need to check for a closing above to the level. And the most important thing, so recently one of my student or one of the trade which was taken in Sun Pharma. So based on the ADR indicator, so let me go for a Sun Pharma 2 days back. So look at here is the first candle, so which closes above ADR higher level both 10 and 5. So in this case, so we always prefer to the first candle I should break. So here I'm just looking at this I to break. So if you are taking earlier entry before the high break, so maybe it is giving you some false signal also that is happening on this particular stock. So to avoid such a false signal only, so we are looking for a breakout only after the close about to the ADR whichever is higher, and then we are planning to the particular candle high to break. And the second most important thing which we are going to focus with this charting scanner, we find out the stock, and if it is crossed above or closed above that high, so we can consider that as a valid entry point. But what happened? So if you are taking an opportunity, so where we can keep as our stop loss? The stop loss may be the candle low, okay, or below to the ADR level. So if I'm just looking for the below to the ADR level, maybe here 1381. If I'm just keeping below maybe 1380, so I'm just taking a risk of somewhere around 40 points. That is not a good for intraday. That you need to understand. So even if you are going to take an ATM option, ATM call option for a breakout, so how do you select a strike price? So for example, if that closing price is 1420, if I'm taking a 1420 call option, that would be at the time it is ATM. So normally if ATM options having full of time value, so we are purchasing the full of time value. If the stock moves from that level that breaks the high and it is moving higher to that, so the option is going to be increased maybe by the delta of 0.5, so maybe every 1 rupee it can increase. But the better you can keep in the money options, it would be always better. And less time value, it is having some intrinsic value that will be giving you some better chances to increase according to that of stock price increase. But in this case 40 point stop loss, or if I'm just keeping the day low as a stop loss, that would be around 1355, so almost 45 plus 20, almost 65 point risk for this particular trade. So you need to analyze whether this risk particular risk is suitable to you or not. Okay, so for an intraday, if I'm going to take such a big risk, it's not suitable. Okay, it is not good and advisable. So after that, but he was taken a position before breaking that in the 15 minutes, and after that the stock is keep on moving lower. But I suggest him, so keep this as a stop loss, this particular day low. But this low is not broken yet, and it again today it given you the some breakout. So in this case, if you are looking at the same stock today, it given you some opportunity. we created a scanner for first 5 minutes, first 15 minutes, second 15 minutes, and third 15 minutes. And here it is happening around 10:40. If you are looking at in a particular stock that was giving you the close, the previous risk which you are taken for the same stock, but now also it is going to give you some opportunity. Maybe this high I'm just going to take, and I'm taking the ADR low or the candle low both nearby equal. So if I'm slightly moving lower, just about 15 points or 10 to 15 points is the maximum risk for the trade. If it is breaks below, I should exit out. Or even if I'm making a candle low as a stop, so maybe around 35 points, it's a big. So we can keep a stop loss below to that ADR low, and that is which one is lower in the upper side. Okay, and the candle low. So both in this case is equal. So if you are keeping the stop loss, and from that around 10 to 15 point risk, the stock moves almost 35 points. So this is what a risk reward ratio which you can analyze before trying with any stocks. That is very, very important. And don't take a bigger riskier trade, and always try with the smaller riskier trade. That is better and good enough if you are using that ADR scanner. So while using this ADR scanner, it is only we are using for a breakout. So breakout means we are normally buying at a highest level. So keep your stop loss very strictly, then it would be a better one. So you can make money. So instead of that, if you are buying here, so and one more thing he was suggest me, so I was taking a 5-minute chart. So 5 minutes also we created, but in a 5-minute chart, you need to be very act fast. On the same day, if you are looking at the 5-minute chart, in this case, it is giving you the second 5 minutes breakout. Second 5 minutes breakout, the high of that second 5 minutes is about 1389, and the low of that candle is 1355. So almost 35 points within from 90 it made a high of 102, almost 30 point it increased. Maybe if you are taking any option, that is having chances, if you, even if it is ATM, that is having ability to generate you some profit more than 15 points, because it is a ATM, the delta of maybe 0.5, maybe that kind of 30 points, it is more than good enough. That was giving you in options. So maybe 1:1 if it is given, so that is better enough. 5-minute chart if you are tracking, so almost 35 points, and it went up to almost 32 points. After sometimes later it was very flat, and end of the day it is closing with slightly higher than our entry point. So here it's closed around 5 rupees, its entry point. It is a purely a intraday scanner, so which you are using for. So don't carry that position based on this stock which you are taken. So maybe you can try with the positional. So we are working on it weekly ADR and monthly ADR. So maybe after came to that weekly and monthly, so we can use it for a positional basis also. So as of now, so I'm just looking for this, and the same which I'm just showing you today's scenario. In this case, in the first 15 minutes only, I am going to take a study. So how many stocks we got it? So almost near about 2, 4, 6, 8, almost 8 stocks for a call side, and 2, 3 stocks for a put side. Initially the market were down. Okay, initially the market is down, so maybe we can look for a put side, or if you're looking at a call side also, not an issue. So I was seeing some of the stocks like Voltas, Exide, Gujarat Gas, and I seen in the morning it is about M&M Finance. Let me study that, how we can go for this M&M Finance and L&T. L&T that was giving you almost 87 rupees, it went up to 100 plus in options. I was looking for a 3340, I think. So let me go for that L&T. So in this case, you can look at this here. In the first 5 minutes, it's a big candle. So if I'm taking a trade at this below the low, because in the 5 minutes itself it is closed below. Okay, if I'm looking for a trade around 3440 put option, maybe I'm just keeping slightly higher to that ADR, lower level, whichever is higher. So 3480. So just a 40 points risk, just less than 40 points, but if the stock value is 3000 plus, so it is okay. And in this case, or if I'm keeping the candle high, it is a very big one, because the first 15 minutes it's always very highly volatile and bigger range in the candle. So maybe after that breakdown this time, so it slightly moves up, moves higher towards 3471, but it's not breaking the high of that particular ADR lower level. That is a 10 period ADR low. After that, it came down to 3385. So almost 60 points where it is generated from that level 40. I'm just keeping a stop loss over here 80. So 40 points. It's given you more than 60 points. That's good enough. It is a better trade. But 15 minutes, if you are looking at, so can you go for this much of big risk from 3425? 3535 100 point, it's not a good advisable to take an 100 point risk in a particular stock. Okay, so whether which time frame you are using, so based on the time frame your stop loss and target also differ. But if you are looking for an option trade, you should keep that option should be liquid. Okay, so the buyer seller be higher in this particular contract, or there is a no big gap between the buyers and sellers, that you need to ensure that the option is liquid. Okay, second one is Indus Tower, which is happening here in the same Indus Tower. Sorry, Indus Tower, that has also be happened. You can see if I'm just looking for the low to break 220, the high of the stock is 230. It's a huge one. So maybe it's a big stop loss. No, don't go for this. And if you are looking for the low to break, it is not breaking the low. So simply there is no entry on that. Okay, and whatever the scanner which you have created, that is not a repaint. So whatever the stock which mentioned here, that will be the same. Here you can see there is a big candle. If I'm going for this level 855, this 877, not good. Even ADR high also not good. So let me go for a bullish side stocks, because we have 8 stocks. So these are all the stocks. Dr. Reddy, Shinjin, that are the second 15 minutes. If not getting any good opportunity in the first 15 minutes, then we can go for a second 15 minutes. Even second 15 minutes, if we don't get it, let me go for a third 15 minutes. That is the logic which we have created with this ADR scanner for a breakout one. So what are the list? M&M Finance is the first one which I'm seeing. Let me go for M&M Finance. What is happening here? So lot size is big. The first candle you can see there is a huge move to 94, and there is a huge rejection also. Okay, it started with 285 to 294, almost 10 rupees. The lot size is big. It's not a good one. So after that it came down. So even if it is giving you the breakout, the ADR low almost 286. So there is a big risk. So why need to take, I think, 2000 plus lot size, right? So you need to verify whether the traders are having less risk here. Voltas and Exide, Gujarat Gas. Let me check. Voltas, it's also be big, but that is performing. But I don't want to take such a big risk. I am simply ignoring that. High is around 1044 and the low of this candle is 990. So big one. So Gujarat Gas, I think it is a liquid or not. You need to confirm with that. So this case you can look at this. Here ADR higher level, and also if I'm just planning the trade above to the level, if I'm making a candle low, it should be big, somewhere around 565 to 555. So 10 rupees. But if I'm keeping below the low, that would be a better opportunity. 565 and 563. That is a very uh, sorry, less riskier one, which I'm going to take in here, and that should be a one more opportunity, and that was giving you such a better. Likewise, we need to filter out the stocks and we need to find out. And SRF and Ramco Cement, I think it is not liquid, so instead of watching that SRF, so there is a big one, the candle high 2284 and the low is 2221, so 60 points, but initially it not broken up and down, finally it gives you the breakout. Maybe this one is looking at inside bars, many inside bars, and the pattern which is giving you a breakout. Maybe if you know that, we can try at this point, because of this is a pattern where we are looking for a breakout. That may be an opportunity which we can take, but until if the stop loss is big, simply ignore it. Okay, so if I'm just going for a second one, Dr. Reddy, and if you are looking at the second candle, mostly the stop loss would be very small, because the first fluctuation, the big fluctuation that can be completed in the first candle, mostly the second candle would be very limited. So Dr. Reddy, Sinjin, let me go for Dr. Reddy. Second candle, you can see the first candle is very big, but the second candle comparatively less than this. So that breakout is 5938 and low, or if you are keeping ADR low, 5897. So 40 points, or if you are keeping it the low, 5854. That would be okay for the 6000 rupees stocks. And Sinjin Metropolis is not about a good liquid one. Sinjin, you can see the risk of this particular candle is 732 to 725 rupees. After breaking that, if I'm keeping the low of that particular, sorry, this is what a second candle. So if I'm just go for this 731 or below to this, maybe 726, or this particular candle also, that would be a good 718. So now it is giving you some good number. So by using the scanners and screeners, we need to find out one or two stocks per a day. That would be a better opportunity. So on third candle, MGL, STFG, AMC, if I missed out, I just wait for the third one. MGL, here is the third one. Here is the breakout and candle low. It's not broken and it gives you movement. STFC, AMC, third candle, something like a doji, had a hammer that given you the breakout 3857 and 3612. Almost some good movement in a next 30 minutes, maybe in intraday only, which you are looking for. And Atul, and it not be a liquid one. Here is the third candle. In this case, the very smaller candle, but if you are keeping below the low, it was triggered and then it went up. So you need to understand what type of risk which you can able to take. So based on that only, so here by using the scanners, we are filtering out the stocks. From the stocks, whether suitable or not for your trading style, you need to decide from your own, and you can plan your execution and plan your trades. This is the scanner which helping you to. And one more dashboard which you have created is the breakout one in 5 minutes and 15 minutes, and a reversal from the lower level and reversal from the higher level. So today trend is the reversal from lower level. So you can see the first candle itself it rejected from that lower level, but it is a huge one. If I'm keeping buying over on about to the first 15 minutes high, that low would be my stop loss. It's a big one. I think one more stock, Voltas, I think the higher level. Voltas also it is giving you a big one, so not a Voltas. So I think Titan, someone which I see, not this one. So one more stock. And also narrow, which is we are looking for or looks at the Tata Power. So narrow range also we are calculating. So like this is a narrow, okay. And previously we find out a very tight range that is also be giving you such a big breakout. So like this, and that is also we have made a scanner. So these are this collections of scanners which is available in my group in Telegram. So if you wish to take that Telegram group, so it is a one-time charges which is where by paying one-time charges you can access that group. And not only the scanners, so you can get many scanners like ADR, all the kind of ADR scanners which is available. And one more thing is about a Camerilla. Camerilla is about one of the best breakout scanner, and it was not defaultly available in charting. So we have done with the customized and we created a number of trading logic with the Camerilla pivot point. And one more thing, CPR also not directly available. So we have already created. And one more thing, awesome oscillator. So that is also be available. Based on that, you can find out trade opportunities. That is also be available. It is not defaultly available in charting. That is what I'm discussing in the scanners, ADR, Camerilla, CPR, awesome oscillator, and even some more scanners like swing trading scanners also available in the group based on some logic. So just I'm going to show you the swing trading scanners which I have already created, and I will show you some performance of that also. That is available. So someone was asking about the swing trading scanners were available or not. So we'll look at the swing trading. So that is also available in group. So you can access one by one, and you will be finding out what a swing trading scanner. So which I used for recent one. So Grasim, Eicher Motor, Dixon, that is happening 24/1. After that, I'm not getting any stocks from this list. The last stock which I get it in the swing trading scanner is about Grasim on daily time frame. Maybe this point 24. So that high to be a entry 2080. Now it is 2175. That is almost within a 24/1. I think January 24. So there is a good move in Grasim. And the next one is Eicher Motor. Based on the swing scanner, here is an opportunity 24, and that high is our entry one that was broken 3648. Now it is giving you such a good move. And finally Dixon is the one more thing. So here is the high may be broken recently this particular day. The candle low should be a stop loss. So still it is not triggering the stop loss, the low of that particular 5782, and here it is made a low 5800. So this is what a concept which we are planning within our charting scanners. If you want to get more detail, so the link which I'm given in my description, the WhatsApp number, you can contact me, or directly you can contact me the number shown in this video. or you can contact on the same number. And if you like this video, hit your like button and share to your friends. And if you have any other questions or a doubt, just comment on the comment box. Thank you so much.